It is my pleasure to recognize our senior athletes at their last home game at NCCS. I would like our senior athletes and senior cheerleader and senior manager to please stand at this time, which they are doing. And all of these seniors have been involved with basketball for several years, as well as other sports, interscholastic sports, activities, and community service. Needless to say, they've been very busy focusing their time between academics and sports. So as you can see, their character, discipline, compassion, and fortitude speaks for itself. They are composed of all the qualities needed to be successful, and they truly make us all very proud. So your sons and daughters would like me to relay a few heartfelt thoughts to you. But before I do this, I would like the parents of these wonderful seniors to please come down from the bleachers and wait for them at the base of the bleachers for them to escort you out onto the floor. So if the parents would come down onto the floor in front of the bleachers, please. Our first senior that we'd like to recognize is Kaylane Short. Kaylane is the daughter of Scott and Julie Short, and she's been cheerleading for 2 years. Her future plans are to go to college to pursue a career in criminal justice while balancing an art career. Her message is as follows. Cheerleading has taught me a lot in the past 2 years. It takes more than pretty looks and peppiness to be a cheerleader, that's for sure. You have to have confidence. Otherwise, what's the point in convincing the crowd or even yourself that you know what you are doing? You have to be willing to give up your life outside of school to prepare for a new one. Every day would be filled with something new, whether it was learning a new cheer or attempting to put up a lift for the first time. Cheerleading changed my life. I was always the shy girl who never had confidence in herself. I never liked being around people that I really did not know. Spending so much time with my teammates made me realize that they were more of a family than strangers, and that we actually have more in common than I thought. They pushed me to gain confidence and allowed me to show a side of myself that nobody has ever seen. I never knew that I could. Can you hear me? Shut my mic off. Okay, I never knew that I could show attitude or that I even had one. I would like to thank my teammates and my coach for bringing out the best in me during the year. The girls are like my other family. You are all so high-spirited and dedicated to each other. Keep it up. All the future years are going to bring in more championships with the way you are handling yourselves right now. I would also like to thank my family for supporting my decision to try out for cheerleading. If it had not been for you convincing me to try something completely out of my comfort zone, I would have never been able to experience what it is like to be a cheerleader. The next person I'd like to is Kristen Langer. Kristen's parents are Kathy and Frank Langer. Kristen's college hopes are to attend Hudson Valley in the fall. Her message to the teens. Fellas, thank you for accepting Tori and I into your family. I'm going to miss seeing all of your faces for at least 2 hours every day next year. I'm proud of everything you guys have accomplished this season. And finally, Mike and Mr. Guerin, you two are an unforgettable duo. And even though we were scared that you were going to hate us, we know you're going to miss your favorite members of the team. A message to her parents. Mom and Dad, thank you for always supporting me and loving me unconditionally. I love you so much, and I'm proud to call you my parents. The next senior, Nathan LaFave. Nate is the son of Scott and Karen LaFave. His future plans are to attend Albany College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences, pursuing a career in pharmacy. His message to the team: what can I say? It's been great being able to hang out and be with all of you. I know I may not have had the most serious outlook towards practices, but that was only to get in big shows ahead. I know all of you guys will go on and accomplish remarkable things, but I guess it's my time now. Thanks for all the memories, and let's finish the season strongly. His message to his family: I would like to thank my parents and grandparents at this time for attending my games and always being there to pick me up from practice when I needed a ride, even though I am not really great at showing it, but I really appreciate everything you've done for me. Yeah, I guess Mom was right. I love you both, and I hate to admit it, but I will miss you when I am gone. I would also like to thank my brother. Although we may not get along at times, I appreciate everything you have done for me. Our next senior is Richie Collins. Richie, the son of Rick and Debbie Collins. His college plans are to attend Onondaga Community College, majoring in physical therapy. His message to the team: the past 3 years have been better than anyone could imagine. We have worked really hard with all of the 45s and perfection, but it's all paid off. I am both glad and proud to be a part of this team with all of our success in this season and the past seasons, and all of the fun times we've had with our chemistry experiments near the border. Let's keep working hard, boys, in everything we do, and success will come. Message to the parents: Mom and Dad, thanks for everything you've done for me. You guys have been so supportive in every aspect of my life, whether it's basketball, tennis, or anything else. I appreciate you guys coming to all my games and bringing me to tournaments in Canada. I know it has been pretty hectic. I love you guys. Thanks for everything. Our next senior is Logan Miller. Logan is the son of Randy and Paula Miller. Logan's plans are to attend Syracuse University and pursue a career in computer engineering. His message to his parents: Mom and Dad, I cannot thank you enough for everything that you've done. I owe all my successes to you. If it weren't for having the two most supportive parents that anybody could ask for, I wouldn't be the young man I am today. When I was frustrated after a tough loss, I always knew that I could come home and be told, good game regardless of my play. I would also like to thank my grandparents for being just as supportive. I'm going to miss your comments from the bleacher. No matter what they are, I know your intentions are good. And I also owe a thanks to my sister Abby for coming to most of my games and showing your support. All of your support has meant the world to me, and it constantly pushes me to be the best that I can be. A message to the team. First, to the underclassmen. Thank you guys for providing me with a great senior season thus far. I wish you guys the best in the future, and I will miss you. Finally, to my fellow seniors, let's make this season memorable and win state. Well, maybe sectionals first. Steve is the son of Tim and Jill Carter. His college plans at this time are still undecided, but I'm sure he'll be successful whatever he chooses. Message to the team. I've had a great time the past couple of years playing with you guys. We became more than just a team. It became family, an aspect that every team needs if they want to succeed. We have many team memories on and off the court. Also, I would like to thank Coach Garrett for pushing us and making us the team we've been for the last couple of years. Not only better on the court, but also off, making us become more responsible and better role models for the community. We wouldn't be where we are without a coach like you. I guess it has to come to an end at some point, but I'll miss all of you guys. Keep bringing home the W's next year, and good luck, gentlemen. Message to his family. I would like to thank my parents, Aunt Jamie, and fans that have been behind us the last 3 years. Mom, you helped me a lot, making me a better and stronger person. Dad, I couldn't have asked for anything more out of you. You always helped me with my game and made me push harder than I could even imagine. Yeah, we had disagreements about basketball, but you guys made me the player I am today. I couldn't thank you guys enough for the love, support, and passion you showed me. Aunt Jamie, I know you couldn't make it, but I know you're thinking of me. I just want to say thank you. You've had a huge impact on everything. Basketball, me as a person, and helping me anytime I need it. Thank you to all of you guys. I love you. And last but not least, Jamie Davison. Jamie is the son of Jerry Davison, a.k.a. Silver Fox, and Teresa Davison. Jamie plans on attending Hudson Valley Community College, and at this time his major is undeclared. Message to the team. Men, it's been quite a journey. You have made my last basketball season as a Cougar my most memorable. We may get after each other every single practice, but that's how great teams are, and at the end of the day, we're a family. I would like to give a special thanks to Coach Rob Guerin, who is without a doubt the best coach I have ever had and will never have. Even though you're getting lenient in your old age, you still have managed after your hell in the cell drills to make me glad this will be my last year of your practices. I'll miss you guys, and good luck next year. Message to his parents. I'd like to thank every single one of my family members, my aunts, uncles, grandma, grandpa, for coming to my games and being my greatest fan. Mom, through all the groundings and all the arguments we've had, I wouldn't change a thing. I'm a better person because of you, and I love you very much. Corey and Dad, you taught me everything I know about every sport I have played. Without you, I wouldn't be standing here today. All of the one-on-one games we have played against each other, which usually ends in me getting mad, quitting, and walking into the house, improved my ability tremendously. I love you, and thanks for being my coach all my life. From the coaching staff to the team. It's been an honor to work with all of you. Your hard work, dedication, and commitment to maintaining a quality program is recognized. You've been positive role models for younger athletes. We value all your accomplishments. The Cougar school community is very proud of you and wish you the best with all of your future endeavors. At this time, I'd like to recognize the senior athletes from Peru. Charles Remillard, Taylor Spear, Dan Karen, Will Flynn, Joe Mazzella, and Kyle Carter. We'd like to express to all of our Section 7 senior athletes a special thank you for giving us the joy of watching you cheer or play ball throughout the years. We wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors, and may all of your dreams come true. And good health, happiness, and success fill your lives all the days to come. God bless you all, and good luck, Let's give them and their parents a nice round of applause. Thank you and enjoy the game.
Tonight, Northeastern is hosting the Indians from Peru. At this time, I'd like to introduce the Indians. Number 14, Ben Chen. Number 44, Charles Remillard. Number 32, Taylor Rock. Number 23, Hunter Bruno. Number 5, Taylor Spear. Number 21, Mike Holdridge. Starting for the Indians, at guard, number 4, Will Flynn. At guard, number 24, Joe Mazzella. At center, number 10, Dan Karen. At forward, number 42, Tim Remillard. At guard, number 12, Kyle Carter. The Indians are coached by Coach John Clemens and assisted by Coach Mark Hamilton. For the Cougars, number 31, Dalton Castine. Number 12, Nathan LaFave. Number 22, Alex Davison. Number 15, Richie Collins. Number 45, Michael Manner. Starting for the Cougars at guard, number 32, Tom Bedard. At guard, number 11, Rob Armstrong. At guard, number 24, Logan Miller. At guard, number 23, Jamie Davison. At forward, number 44, Stephen Carter. The Cougars are coached by Coach Rob Karen and assisted by Mike Provodko, Jerry Davison, and Casey Greeno. Please rise and remove all headgear for the national anthem being sung by Patricia Coupel.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ringing, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Our officials tonight will be Randy Lozier and Paul Spillman. I was expecting Joe Southwick to be here, and I'm still expecting him to be here. Calvin Castine at Northeastern Clinton Central School. It's the 10th day of February 2011, and this is CVAC varsity boys basketball. The unbeaten Northeastern Clinton Central School Cougars against the Peru Indians, a team that played a very physical game at Peru earlier in the season against the Cougars, and the Cougars battled in that one to pull out a victory. So although the Indians are about a 500 team in the league, they have done a nice job, relatively speaking, against the Cougars their first meeting. Trying to spread it out, and they toss it out of bounds. A good turnout here on this senior night, 2011. Davison into Miller. Over to Bedard. Bedard finds Armstrong. Carter working underneath, trying to get open. There's a long shot from Thomas Bedard. And he puts the first three-pointer of the game on the scoreboard. It's 5-0 Northeastern. We're less than a minute into it. Cougars in their 2-3 defense. Indians working for a shot. Mazzella puts it up. And basket by Joe Mazzella. Now Davison will bring it back for the Cougars. This is the day after an exciting game here last night in girls basketball. Carter, who I believe is 46 away from his 1,000-point plateau, is fouled. He obviously will not reach it tonight, but he'd like to put himself into position to reach it within a game or two after tonight. The next meeting, however, is against Plattsburgh High School, and that will also be a battle. Plattsburgh with only one loss coming at the hands of the Cougars. There's Flynn over to Mazzella, slides it over to Carter. And Carter with the D's with the ball gets it to Davison. Davison gives it back to Stephen Carter. And it's 9-2 Northeastern. Carter to Mazzella. Rejected by Carter. We're going to have a foul on the Indians. After the traffic goes by, Miller inbounds it to Davison. Davison tries to pass, and it's slipped off there by Kyle Carter. The ball's knocked loose. Armstrong comes up with it. Armstrong into the forecourt. Three-pointer for Davison. Now we have a foul underneath. It'll probably be on Carter trying to get free. So it's 12-2. Northeastern off to a 10-point lead. 5.5 to go. And Mazzella, it's his second point. He has all 5 for second basket, I should say. He has all 5 for the Indians. Miller penetrates, has it stripped away by Carter. Miller recovers, puts it up in the paint, rebounded by Flynn. And here comes Mazzella. Mazzella into the forecourt, slides it over to Karen. Karen puts up an air ball into the hands of Carter. And Davison will bring it into the forecourt for the Cougars. Slides it over to Carter. Carter looks underneath for Bedard, and Bedard travels to Randy Lozier. We have a substitution for Peru. It looks like Flynn is going to be replaced by Holdridge. Tim Remillard is also out there in the starting lineup. We haven't mentioned his name yet, I think. Here's Mazzella into the forecourt. 4:50 to go for his period. Holdridge slides it over to Mazzella. Work the ball under and push it back outside. Down to 12 on the shot clock. Remillard turns, shoots. And rebounded by Armstrong, who tries to dribble through, and it's fouled. There's Miller over to Davison. Carter is fouled again. Fouls on Mazzella. Karen has 2 fouls for the Indians. Mazzella picks up his first. Carter picks the first. Make it 13-5. Carter sits. Flynn is back in. Karen sits. Carter hits them both. 14-5 Cougars. Carter over to Mazzella. Remillard. A little rugby going on. Peru's turn on the jump ball. 3:49 on the game clock. Zella to inbound. Zella, air ball into the hands of Armstrong. Armstrong leaves it for Miller. Foul on the floor. Foul is on Tim Remillard. It's his second. A nice effort there by Stephen Carter. And he draws another foul. The whole Peru team is going to foul out trying to stop him. That was on number 21, Holdridge, his first, team sixth. Carter finally misses a foul shot. Rebounded by Remillard. Here's Joe Southwick. The late Joe Southwick has arrived. Nice pass underneath, and Holdridge lays it in. I was gonna sell that seat, Joe. Okay, he's gonna pick it up between periods. We got 3 more minutes of me. 16-7 to score. Miller's at the line. Let's see who the foul is given to. Should be number 7 put up there, but they haven't put it up yet. And the scoring table says, who'd that foul on? And they decided it's on Mazzella, his second. And we got the redhead in, 23, Hunter Bruno. Miller misses the second. Miller hustles after the ball. Good hustle from Logan Miller. Davison finds Armstrong. The ball bounces out and picked up by Bedard. Bedard over to Miller for 3. Logan Miller drains a 3. Cougars have some excellent outside shooters. Excellent outside shooters. They've got a bunch of guys who can drain it. And any one of them gets hot, it helps open up the middle for Carter. 19-7 Cougars. We still got 2:12 to go in the first period. Davison back to Carter. Basket will count. Offensive foul. Offensive foul, no basket. If there was contact, it was after the shot. Well, there was contact, but the contact was after the shot. I would have thought that the basket would count, but Paul Spillman said no basket. That's Carter's second, so he's got to be careful. He rebounds, outlets to Miller. Miller will give it back to Armstrong. Armstrong into the forecourt, penetrates, slides it off to Carter. Carter takes it to the hole and lays it in, and it's a timeout for the Indians. They trail 21-7. We're at 1:39 here in the first. Okay, walking it into the forecourt, it's Carter. Flynn finds Carter over. Flynn in the corner, back to Carter. He drives. Shot missed to be saved by Remillard in the hands of Flynn. Now Bruno pushes it out for Flynn for 3. Carter managed to bounce it off the shoe tops of Armstrong. We have Collins in for the Cougars with Stephen Carter with 2 fouls, and Rob Guerin with a 14-point lead is not going to take a chance on Carter picking up foul trouble. Davison spins, throws it up, and he is fouled. Right on the nose, I guess. He'll shoot 2, foul on Carter, his second, team 8th. I think there are 4 players with 2 fouls for the Indians. They have 5 and 32 reporting in. That's Taylor Spear and Taylor Rock. A couple of Taylors, a Rock and a Spear in for the Indians. 23-7 as Davison hits. 44 seconds to go in the opening period. Cougars looking to remain unbeaten, looking ahead to that big showdown against Plattsburgh High School. Flynn dishes it back. Thrown up by Spear, it's short. Ball bounces up and down and hits off the back of the backboard or on the line. Anyhow, it's off blue, 24 seconds. Luckily for Davison and Bedard, Armstrong was there to get that ball. Miller hands it off. I guess that was Miller, not Bedard. Davison at the buzzer. He's up a little short. So at the end of 1, it's a big 23-7 Northeastern lead against the Peru Indians.
Move your bag.
All right, folks. Calvin has handed the microphone over to yours truly, Joe Southwick. I'm just catching up to you. The game started a little bit early, and I hadn't got that memo, but we're here for the second half of action of this CVAC boys varsity basketball game from Northeastern Clinton Central School. And right off, Stephen Carter converts on a layup, puts the Cougars up by an 18-point margin. Obviously, the Cougars throwing some decent defense at this pretty potent Indian offense here in the first quarter. So looks like we'll be in for a action-packed game. And Jamie Davison does a nice baseline drive and a reverse layup and gets fouled on the way up. He will be at the line to see if he can convert the old-fashioned three-point play, and he does. Get you caught up with the scoring after halftime. As I said, it just got here, so I'm not really sure, although I've been told on good authority that the Cougars scored 23 points in the first half. I'm sure Calvin kept you up to date on that. The Indians on the offense. Bruno gets it over for Carter. The Indians are typically a perimeter shooting team, so they will keep it on the outside. Flynn hauls one up, and a little bit short, goes out of bounds, and then it'll go over to the Cougars. I can tell you that I've been here for the last 6 minutes of the first quarter, and so far in this second quarter, and have not seen the Indians score yet. So. And it looks like that's be a turnover by the Cougars, so it goes over to the Indians. I'm not sure what that play was. Number 32, Tyler Rock, Spins around, changes his pivot foot, and referee Lozier catches him on the travel. Here's Carter inside, and he knocks that one down. So 4 points for Stephen Carter so far in this quarter. And not sure exactly how many he had in the first quarter, but I can bet you he's having himself a field day, as the Indians are really not able to post up against the big guy because they don't have much for height on their team. They are known as a perimeter shooting team and make a living at it. So this is Bruno, Carter, and Flynn. Their threats, along with Joe Mazzella, who I have not seen. In fact, he is there on the bench. So. A nice feed in for Collins. He can't handle it, so it goes out of bounds and ball gets turned over. Indians will substitute. Number 44, Charles Remillard, checks into the game, and Rock sits. Cougars on quite a bit of a run here. I'm not sure exactly how many points they have, but at least 10 that I've witnessed. And there goes Davison again, drives the lane, puts up a layup, and gets hammered on the way. So that shot's going to fall, and he will be at the line to once again shoot one. And that foul shot's up and good. So Davison having himself quite a night in the senior night here at Northeastern Clinton Central School, and he and fellow senior Stephen Carter having quite a night of it. We got 4 seniors on the floor for the Cougars at the moment, along with the sophomore Tom Bernard, who just makes that steal. Hands it off to Miller, who puts up a circus shot and gets fouled on his way up, so he'll go to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be 11 fouls against the Indians already early, and it's only not even halfway through the second quarter. And Miller misses the first one. And some more substitutions for the Eagles. Taylor Rock checks back in, as does Michael Holdridge and Tim Remillard and Joe Mazzella. So we got a whole new platoon in for the Eagles. Miller makes the second of 2 free throws. Also, I called Michael Holdridge. 14 is the other one. That's Benjamin Chen is on the floor for the Indians. Inbounded, this is Mazzella. Holdridge, he drives, hands it off to Remillard, who thinks better of it, kicks it back out to the perimeter. Holdridge drives, and Miller reaches in to grab the ball and gets called for the foul. 4:32 to play in the first half. Cougars with a commanding 34-7 lead, and a 11-0 run just in this quarter alone. Here's Mazzella looking to end that run, and he does. So Mazzella knocks down the 3 to stop that run that's been going on for at least 10 minutes of playing time for the Cougars. And Miller's going to get called for the foul out front again. So that's 2 quick ones on Miller here in the midway through the second quarter. Mazzella will inbound. And he'll toss that one up. That's going to be short. Carter with a nice big rebound there. Outlets it out to Davison. Passes up front to Miller, who can't convert. Nice defense there by Chen to contest the shot. Mazzella drives the lane, and Miller slaps it out of his hand. Dan Karen will check into the contest for the Indians. Remillard will sit. Chen gives it off for Mazzella. Mazzella drives the line, kicks it out for Holdridge. Puts it over for Karen. Karen will send it back out to the point, and they'll reset. 13 on the shot clock. That one goes high off the glass, and Carter rebounds. Here's Armstrong. He thinks about it. Miller penetrates, sends up a floater that won't go, and Carter can't handle the rebound, so you go off his knee and over to the Eagles. I'm sorry, to the Indians. The Eagle Indians. There's Mazzella for long range. That one's going to be short. Miller will grab it before it goes out of bounds. It looked like that might have been over and back, but gets away with that. Here's Armstrong. He drives, penetrates, puts a shot off the glass. It won't go. Karen clears the rebound. Outlet for Chen. Chen drives down the left side, puts up a shot over Carter, and that one's just a little bit too strong. Nice move by Ben Chen to take it to the hole, but the contestant by Carter kind of altered the shot. There's Richie Collins with a nice inside move and a left-hander off the glass. Another senior playing his last home game here at Northeastern Clinton, and he converts. Puts the Cougars up by a 26-point margin, and Collins then steals the ball away at the other end. And here come the Cougars on the offense, and we got a timeout on the floor. So with 1:59 to play in the first half, the Cougars with a 26-point lead, 36-10. All right, out of the timeout. This is Bedard with it. Here's Davison with a big long three. The rim's in and out. Carter offensive rebound and a putback. And the Indians trying to answer at the other end. Mazzella looking to drive the lane. Dishes off, and the ball's on the floor. And that's going to go back, and that'll be a turnover by the Indians. So good defense by the Cougars on that play to force the turnover, and we will come back the other way. Davison lobs one in for Collins. Over for Lefebvre, who has entered the game. Another senior making his last home game appearance here at Northeastern Clinton. Here's Rock, gets the ball knocked out of his hands. Over for Mazzella. And there's Chen with a short ranger, but that doesn't go. We got a foul on the floor. Looks like it's going to go against Stephen Carter on the clear out underneath. I think that's going to be 3 on him. And wisely, Coach Guerin pulls out his star center and puts him on the bench for the last minute or so of the first half. Alex Davison checks in for the Cougars, number 22. And we got a held ball underneath, so Indians will retain possession on the alternating possession. He's all the way over for Chen. Chen gives it for Mazzella. Here's Rock, kicks one all the way over. Mazzella looking for Chen, but he throws it out of bounds. 44 seconds to go in the first half, and Cougars will be content to run the clock down. Indians in a man-to-man defense. Here's Davison. He thinks about it, puts the shot up, doesn't hit anything. Mazzella pulls that ball down. Here come the Indians. Chen gets his feet crossed up, kicks it back for Mazzella. Mazzella puts up a floater that doesn't go, gets his own rebound, kicks it out for Holdridge. Holdridge drives, little reverse circus shot, puts it in. Nice move by Michael Holdridge to dribble around everybody, put a little reverse shot up from underneath the basket. The basket falls and he draws the foul, so he will be at the line to shoot one. foul's going to go against Richie Collins, his first of the contest, and Holdridge has the possibility of. And his foul shot's a little bit long, and ball bounces around, and Bedard comes away with it. And he sends it over for Lefebvre, but he doesn't get it. Bruno chucks one up and goes off the glass, but falls harmlessly to the ground. So after 16 minutes of play here at Northeastern Clinton Central School, the Cougars with a commanding 26-point lead, 38-12 over the visiting Indians of Peru Central School. Okay, folks, we are back at it for the second half of action of this CVAC boys varsity basketball game, the final home game of the year for the Cougars, hosting the Indians of Peru. Cougars showing some certainly pretty impressive offensive output here in the first half to put up 38 points. And hold the typically high-scoring Peru Indian teams to just 12, which I gotta imagine is a fairly low output for Coach Clemens' team for the first half of action. Stephen Carter gets his first 2 points here of the second half, and get your scoring all caught up for you at halftime. It's 18 points total for Carter. This is Kyle Carter working against Miller. Mazzella gives it over for Flynn, wide open three. Knocks that one down as the shot clock expires. So those are Will Flynn's first points of the contest. Again, one of the typically high-scoring players on the Indians team was held scoreless in the first half. There's a turnover by the Cougars. Here's Flynn, drops it off for Remillard. I'm sorry, for Holdridge, and Karen is there for the offensive rebound and the putback. His first 2 points of the contest, so it seems like the Indians have come out a little bit inspired here in the second half. There's Carter, backs in, and that's going to go against Stephen Carter on the offensive foul. Not quite sure about that call, but it's going to be 4 on Carter in early going here in the third quarter, so he's going to have to sit with the 4 fouls. Mazzella brings the ball down. Inside for Holdridge, kicks it out for Flynn, and then we're going to have a foul underneath. That's going to go against Rob Armstrong, so Indians will inbound. And we'll set. Mazzella gives it over for Carter. Carter looking for some way to go. Here's Karen with it out top. He gives it for Flynn. Here's Carter on the drive. Puts it up high off the glass and won't go. Bedard with a nice rebound there. And he's going to get fouled. Well, we got quite a few fouls early on here. We're not even 3 minutes into the third quarter and already combination of 3 team fouls. First time these teams met in Peru, it was a very physical contest. Here's Davison on the drive, and he gets fouled on the way up. Davison goes to the line and knocks down the first one. It's 3 fouls on Carter. One of the captains of the Peru Indian squad. Davison knocks down both free throws. Gives him 13 points total. And we're going to have an offensive foul on that one as well. So it's going to go against Mazzella on a moving screen and give him 3 fouls. Again, not even 4 minutes gone here in this third period, and already the fouls are racking up. Here's Davison, pulls up, knocks down the 3. 16 points for Jamie Davison, having a stellar night on his senior night. So the Cougars are able to do it on the inside and on the outside. There's a nice block by Tom Bedard on Mike Holdridge's drive, and that ball is going to be held for a jump ball. So Indians will inbound under their own basket. And we got a timeout called. So with 4 minutes and 34 seconds to play in the third quarter, the Cougars have held off that Indian surge and hold a 45-17 advantage. All right, we're back at it. Indians will inbound. This is Carter with it. Indians searching for some way to get an offensive roll going, and we've yet to break the 20-point mark. That one's going to be short. Karen's got himself positioned pretty nicely, grabs that rebound. Here's Carter again. He drives the baseline. Reverse layup, and that one drops in. First 2 points of the contest for Kyle Carter as well. So the two bigger scorers for the Indians held scoreless in the first half. Finally start coming through here in the second half. Here's Bedard, gets his defender off his feet and puts the shot up and draws the foul. So, well, he calls the foul on the floor, so Cougars will inbound. And we got mass subs for the Indians. It looks like Charles Remillard and number 23 Hunter Bruno and number 32 Kyle Rock check back into the game. Armstrong turns around, his shot's a little bit short, rolls off the rim. Flynn rebounds, and the Indians looking to push the tempo, but Cougars are quick to get back into their zone. Now they're into a man-to-man defense with Carter out of there. It seems as though the man-to-man might be the most suitable defense for Coach Guerin. Remillard makes a nice move to the basket and sinks that shot. Draws the foul. It's going to go against Tom Bedard, his first, so Charles Remillard will be at the line to shoot one. His first 2 points of the contest as well. Remillard looking to add to that total, and he does. Here's Armstrong. He drives the lane, and he's going to run into a stationary Kyle Rock. So Rock draws the charge, and Armstrong picks up the foul, his second. And the team fouls have totaled up to 9 already with 3:42 to go in the third quarter. Cougars still going to stay in that man-to-man. There's Flynn underneath. Miller strips the ball out of his hand, but referee Lozier says no. You got a bit of his arm. Going to have a discussion with Logan Miller about his comments after the call. But the call will stand. Miller picks up his third foul. And the Indians will inbound underneath. So that's 5 team fouls apiece here with 3.5 to go in the third quarter. Cougars with not a tremendously deep bench can ill afford to get in a whole lot of foul trouble, but with a 33-point lead. It may not be a problem, but. And there's Mazzella's going to get called for the reach, trying to slow down Miller on the fast break. So it's going to be 3 on him, 4 on him, and he will sit. Benjamin Chen checks back into the contest for Coach Clemens. And we've hit the 3-minute mark here. Ball underneath for Collins. Here's Bedard, lofts one up from. Had his foot on the line, so that'll go down as a 2. 5 points for Thomas Bedard. Hit a 3 in the first quarter. Has been quiet ever since. There's Bruno's shot's a little bit short. Bedard with the rebound. The sophomores had a pretty solid game on this senior night. Here's Davison, spins around, puts his shot up that comes off the front of the rim. Bedard can't hold on to the rebound, so it goes out of bounds, and we'll have some substitutions for the Cougars. Number 12, Nate Lefebvre, and number 31, Dalton Castine check into the contest. Lefebvre's in for the second time, Castine for the first time tonight. Here's Flynn, kicks it out for Chen. Bruno on the perimeter, and he puts something up. And we're going to have a foul on Jamie Davison on that particular effort, and they call it on the floor, so that's 6 fouls apiece. And it looks like it's first on Davison. He has not been one of the guilty parties so far in this contest. Here's Flynn for 3. That's going to be short. And Bruno will chase it out of bounds and throw it off of Lefebvre's leg. So nice play, nice hustle play by Hunter Bruno to track that one down and save the ball for his team. Chen looks to penetrate, but can't. Here's Flynn. He spins, gives it out for Bruno with an open look. That one's long. Flynn with a rebound, gets it blocked by Bedard. And now we got a jump ball underneath. Castine had his hands on the ball, and we're going to have a held ball. So Thomas Bedard with his second block of the last couple minutes here. He's been, as I said before, having a pretty solid game. Just a minute 20 to go here in the third quarter. For Davison. Davison spins. That shot altered, and we're going to have a foul on the plate. And that's going to go against Nate Lefebvre, and should put the Indians on the line to shoot 1 and 1. It's going to put number 14, Ben Chen, on the line to shoot 1 and 1. Got a minute 8 to play here in the third quarter. That one rims off. Collins chases down the rebound. Gives it off for Bedard. It's number 5, Taylor Spears, in the contest for the Indians. First time since I've been watching. Here's Lefebvre with it. Bedard lofts up to 3, knocks it down. Eight points for Thomas Bedard. Here's Rock. It's over for Bruno. Bruno for Spear. Spear looks to penetrate. Castine's on him. And that kicks out. And that one gets blocked from behind. Bedard with a nice rebound. And it's a held ball. So the Indians will have a chance for a final shot here, down by 28 points. waning seconds of the third quarter. Looking to see if they can do a little damage control here to close out the quarter. Here's Bruno in for Remillard. They'll kick it back out. They got under 10 seconds. And Spears going to chuck it up, hits the side of the rim, and it's going to go out of bounds. So with less than a tick on the clock, the Cougars will have the ball with a 28-point lead. Miller chucks that up and hits the backboard, knocks it off the rim. So after 3 quarters of play here at Northeastern Clinton Central School, the Cougars with a 28-point lead, 50-22 over the visiting Indians of Peru Central School. Alrighty, folks, we will get it going for you here in the fourth quarter of action in this CVAC Division I boys varsity basketball contest. Here's Nate Lefebvre with it. Here's Miller from long range. Drains that one. His first points of the second half. Give him 7 total. Bruno's shot goes a little bit long. Armstrong clears the rebound. Carter is back in the contest for, there's Nate Lefebvre, heaves up a 3, but doesn't hit anything with that, but a little piece of the backboard. And Indians clear the rebound and bring it down. Again, the Cougars content to stay in a man-to-man defense, which we don't see too often, but Coach Guerin giving them a chance to exercise that option if they need it come playoff time. And Armstrong gets his shot blocked inside, and here comes Spear with a little fancy behind the back thing, but can't finish. Ball bounces around, and Bruno chucks it off of a Cougar player, and they'll retain possession. Here comes a fresh 5 for the Indians. That'll be Mazzella, Holdridge, Karen, Carter, and Flynn, the starting 5 for the Indians. Check back into the contest with just under 7 minutes to play in the contest. See if they can't make a run here in the fourth quarter to cut this big lead down and make some kind of a game out of it. Cougars have pushed the lead up to 31. Here's Carter from outside. Knocks that one down. Showing his versatility by not only can he play inside, but he's developed a fairly decent touch from the outside as well. Doesn't get to show it off too much, but wasn't afraid to put that one up. That'll be 20 points for the senior. Here's Karen, lofts one up, doesn't hit anything. Armstrong with the rebound, skips it up for Alex Davison, who has a hard time controlling it, but gets it back, gives it for Lefebvre, kicks it in for Carter. That's going to be the contest for Carter, so he picks up his 5th foul here with 6:03 to go in the contest. Questionable call at that end, but that's the way it goes in this game of basketball. So he'll have to settle. There's a really nice play by Mazzella to go back door for Mike Holdridge, who converts. His first 2 points of the second half. He had 4 in the first half, and give him 6 total. Here's Lefebvre, or I'm sorry, Davison. Alex Davison gets his defender off his feet, kicks it back for Nate Lefebvre, and drains the 3. And as usual, when Nate scores, the fans go crazy here at Northeastern Clinton. Again, his final appearance in front of the adoring fans. Final regular season appearance, that is. And Holdridge gets fouled going to the line, or going to the hoop, so he will be at the line to shoot too. First one won't go. Second one is on its way, and that one's short. Armstrong clears the rebound. Lobs one up for Lefebvre, but a little bit too hot. Goes over his head, so that's a turnover, and the Indians will come back the other way. Exactly 5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter of this contest. Cougars now with a 34-point lead, 58-24. And Indians doing what they can to create some offense. There's Mazzella. He drives the lane and knocks down a mid-range jumper again. His first 2 points of this second half. So it's been a tale of two halves for the Indians as far as scoring-wise. Holdridge and Mazzella were the only ones to score in the first half, and neither one of them scored at all in the third quarter. Miller not having a hard time putting the ball in the net. Give him 10 points. There's Mazzella again. Drives, kicks it off for Holdridge. Holdridge with a mid-range jumper from the baseline. He drops that down. 8 points for Michael Holdridge. Here's Miller. Drops it off for Lefebvre. Lefebvre goes into the, gets double teamed underneath. Tries to hand it off for Richie Collins, and the ball gets swatted out of bounds. So. And the couple of reserves will go out for the Cougars, and they'll put Tom Bedard and Jamie Davison and Dalton Castine back in the contest. Cougars looking to take as much time off the clock as possible, and Collins loses the handle on that one, so they come away without a shot on that possession. There's a nice pass inside for Mazzella, who knocks down a two-pointer. Give him 12 points to lead his team. Davison loses the handle and goes out of bounds, and the Cougars will retain possession. Collins gets it over for Bedard. Bedard, a wide open look off the front of the rim. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Cougars, so the Indians will have it. 3:14 to play in the contest. Cougars up by a 31-point lead, 61-30. This is Flynn. Here's Mazzella. He'll line up and knock that one down. That one goes down for three. Mazzella having a decent night in his own right. He's staying out there battling, even though his team's down by a pretty healthy margin. And Davison spins. Gives it for Castine. Castine looks to drive, but can't go anywhere, and we got a timeout on the floor. So with 2:31 to play in the fourth quarter, the Cougars with a 61-33 lead over the visiting Indians of Peru Central School.
Ready? Go on, Peru and white. Let's go, Cougars. We're here to fight. Yell, Peru and white. Peru and white. Peru and white. Peru and white. Peru and white.
Already out of the timeout. Ball gets inbounded, gets knocked out of bounds. So the Cougars will give her another shot. Here's Collins. Thinks about it. Here's Davison. He's going to turn around and loft one up. Goes off the rim. Mazzella with the rebound. Here come the Indians back the other way. This is Holdridge. He drives the baseline, kisses one off the glass, a little bit too strong. Bedard with the rebound. Looking to trap him, but Bedard was able to handle that pressure. And nice give and go by Bedard and Collins, but Bedard dribbles it off his knee and it goes out of bounds. So at minute 51 to go in the contest, Jamie Davison and Richie Collins, two of the seniors celebrating their senior night here at Northeastern Clinton, will sit, and Michael Manor and Alex Davison will come in and take their places. So Coach Guerin doing all he can to get his reserves into this contest, get some action in before Here's Karen. It's a reverse layup up that won't go, and Bedard gets the rebound. Davison thinks about it, drives the lane, gets the ball stripped out of his hand, and here comes Mazzella the other way. Bedard cuts him off. There's a nice cross-court pass for Karen. Karen puts the ball up, draws the foul, and makes the shot. Oh, Michael Manor, first action we've seen out of Michael in quite some time. Hits the floor and draws the foul. Put Dan Karen on the line to shoot one. And it goes down. 5 points for Karen, all here in the second half. And we're closing in on the final minute of play. This is Manor with it. Give it for Bedard. Cougars looking to see what they can take as much time as they can off the clock. Shot clock's under 10. Bedard's going to drive. Shot's going to go out of bounds. But we'll stay with the Cougars, but just 5 seconds on the shot clock. Bedard will heave it up, go off the top of the backboard, and it'll be a turnover. We'll go over to the Indians. 35 seconds to go in the contest, and the Indians will have a shot at making a hoop here. We got about a second and a half differential between the shot clock and the game clock, so they will have to take a shot. Looks like they're going to hold it for the end to see if they can do something spectacular to go out of here with some kind of a bang. Will Flynn chucks up a three, knocks it down, and that's probably going to do it. No, Mazzella steals the inbounds pass and drops that one in. And that's going to do it. So there's your final. 61-41. Cougars come away with a 20-point victory against the visiting Indians of Peru Central School. So that's the way it was this Thursday evening, February 10th, 2011. We thank you for watching Hometown Cable, television you should be supporting.